This is the Joy News Desk. Thank you very much for your company here still. Now, information gathered by us indicates some parliamentary staff are planning to boycott and disrupt the upcoming annual State of the Nation address by the President, John Dramani Mahama, over the unionization brouhaha involving the employees and the Parliamentary Service Board. The workers, our sources say, would only budge when the Public Service Board withdraws the appeal it had filed at the Appeals Court against the decision of the High Court. The President is expected to address Parliament soon, and the workers are not ready to cooperate if their demands are not met before the date of the secessional address. And Parliament workers have since 2007 been battling the Parliamentary Service Board over their unionization. Kate Ado is Deputy PRO in Parliament. She's joined me over the telephone. Hello, Kate. Hello, Kate.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kate. Thanks for joining us on the program. How does this come to you?
Well, I also read in the papers today about the fact that some workers of Parliament are threatening to boycott the State of the Nation address. But my consultations with the relevant stakeholders show that, first of all, I must on record that it's just a few people who have been interested in the formation of the union, who are saying that they will boycott the State of the Nation address over the issues concerning the unionization. So it's not like the entire staff of Parliament are saying that they will not show up at the President's State of the Nation address. That's the point that I'd like to.
Very well, but Kate, a few people or not, there is an issue at hand, and a threat has been given because the Public Service Board has decided to go to Appeals Court against the decision of the High Court, which would have allowed them to go ahead with the unionization.
Well, yes. You know, the thing is that they went to court initially. In fact, like you said at the beginning of your reportage, they have gone to, the problem started in 2007 when they talked about the formation of the union. It's been going on board after board. You know, roadmaps have been formatted to ensure that they find a way of incorporating their union to suit the provisions of the Constitution of the Labour Act 2003 and the CI11, which regulates the activities of workers in Parliament. Now, this has been going on. The Labour Commission has come to speak to us. They have gone to court. The court has made pronouncements. They are not satisfied. They have plans of appealing. The current speaker, I recall, in trying to resolve the matter, sent some officials who were members of the union, or who were trying to be members of the people agitating for the formation of the union, to go to other parliaments, observe how things are done in other parliaments, because this is not just any institution, but it's a parliament which is more or less like the embodiment of the democracy of the entire country. Things have to be done in a certain way so that we are seen to be a truly democratic country that is adhering to the tenets of democracy the world over. People have gone to the House of Commons. They've come back with ideas, and they have tried to speak to other members of the group that is trying to form the union. Nothing has happened. But I can assure you, when I spoke to the class this morning, he gave me the indication that yes, the recent happenings have been that he's been trying to engage them, and I myself have been witness to, you know, efforts to get the relevant people to speak to them to find ways of resolving the matter, because even if you have one person in your organization not happy with you and they have a legitimate point, they must be listened to and their concerns addressed. So nobody can gloss over the fact that if people want to do certain things, especially since our Constitution is clear on the fact that people must be free to join whatever association they want, people must be allowed to do that. So it's not as if anybody's saying that do not form an organization or do not do this or do not do that. The issue at hand is that Group A wants to do this. Group B is saying that these are the laid down regulations if you want to do this. Maybe what should happen now will be to find a middle ground, which I am not sure of what it will be, because the Constitution is clear. The court has made a definite pronouncement that form an in-house organization first. Then if after a certain period you need to graduate from there to any other type.
But is it not the same decision by the High Court that is being contested at the Appeals Court?
That's my exact point. But my information is that even the Labour Commission has withdrawn the case from the Appeals Court. That's what I heard this morning. That even the Labour Commission has, the union has actually, the parents' union has actually withdrawn the case, and they're trying to find ways of ensuring that the concerns or the needs or the demands of the group are met.
How do we intend to find that middle ground? Because then if these workers indeed do not show up for the State of the Nation address, that's going to be a really big problem.
Yes, but don't forget that there are about 470 workers in Parliament. Let's say, just for the sake of this conversation, that you have 50 or 60 or 70 or even 100 agitating. The aim of Parliament as an institution is to, as much as possible, engage the public. So the aim to get the information that the President is coming to give to the public. And so how best we can do that will have to be figured out. But I can assure you that I have a strong feeling that we will not even get to the point where the workers who are agitating would not show up, because last year we had a similar conversation. 2 years ago we had a similar conversation. Before the State of the Nation address actually took place, we had been able to resolve the issue. So I'm thinking that this will be one of those times when we will find a middle ground, resolve our issues as we have always done through dialogue. And then once the State of the Nation address is over, we can sit down, have another conversation again, and then see how best, everybody will be satisfied. But I think that the key point here is that nobody is saying that an association should not be formed. The matter at hand is that the directive is form an in-house organization, and then you can graduate from there to whatever form that you want the union to take. So basically, it's not as if they are being rejected or prevented from forming the union. Or,
in other words, I just want us to wrap up on this.
Yeah.
What you're saying is the fact that the number's too small to pose a threat, and really...
No, that's not what I'm saying, far from it. In fact, even if you have one person not happy, it should be a problem. So it's not as if the number is insignificant, and so it doesn't matter whether they are happy or not. No. What it is that...
So should we expect any action to be taken going forward to avoid the boycott and disruption?
Yes, definitely. I mean, once the issue has been raised, it will be addressed. And I have already, like I said to you, I have already spoken to Clark this morning about it, and it assured me that we are going to have a meeting with the...
And you're convinced, basically?
Yes, I am convinced.
Great. Thank you very much, Kate, for your time. Kate Addo speaks for Parliament. She's Deputy PRO for the Parliamentary Service Board. Now, what we'll do now is get in touch with some of the aggrieved workers and get their side of the story as well. Try to find a middle ground on this and know what we should expect on that day when the President goes to read the State of the Nation's address. But I was also telling you that the Ghana Revenue Authority has decided to embark on a distress action. What is this distress action? It is aimed at collecting unpaid taxes from defaulting companies. And so if you have defaulted, you should expect them to visit you today. And when they do, it will be live here on Joy News. Don't go away, I'll be right back.